All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Aravaipa Rides podcast. I'm your race director, Aaron, and today I am joined by Unicycle Ken, as you're known on Instagram. Ken Short,
Yeah.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Ken, I'll just start off by saying we don't really know each other. Kind of talked at a few races here and there, but not like really getting to know you. So, love to get to know you a little bit before we kind of talk about your unique view and riding of mountain bikes, mountain unicycles. You're here in Phoenix, obviously right now. Are you from the area, or do you come from?
Yeah, I was born in Colorado, but I moved here really young.
Okay.
And I was like 2 or something.
So you consider this home?
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
And what part of town?
North Phoenix right now.
Okay.
Like I-17, 101 area.
Sure, Deer Valley. And
Mm-hmm.
so what's your home riding area? Where do you like to go right out the door?
A lot of Phoenix Mountain Preserves.
Okay.
Like the 7th Street, south of Thunderbird Trailhead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Well, again, welcome to the show. Saw you just a couple weeks ago at our Frenzy Hills race at McDowell. How'd that go?
Excellent.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was fun.
Remind me which category you were
I
riding in.
did 25 miles.
25, so one
and
big
the
loop.
day before I did 10 miles on foot.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
that was
Very
fun.
cool. Have you done that one before?
Yeah,
Have you
that
done
was the 5th year I've done it. Well, last year was canceled because of rain.
The rain? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. An unfortunate circumstance, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part of that course? Pemberton's obviously a pretty diverse trail. I mean, you got some really
Yeah.
smooth stuff and some really chunky. What's your favorite part?
I don't know. It's all fun.
Okay.
It was like the first race that I did like with Aravaipa or like outside of like just unicycle racing.
Gotcha.
And I really signed up because my girlfriend wanted to do the 10 mile
Okay.
on foot.
Yep.
So the first year, that's why we did that, and I did both of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very nice. She's more of a runner than a biker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cool. Very cool. Well, let's just dive into it. So unicycling.
Yeah.
Have you always unicycled? Did you start with like mountain bikes?
No, as a kid, I skateboarded.
Okay.
I'd like rollerbladed a little bit
Yeah.
and scootered, but then biking, BMX, and then I don't know, unicycling just kind of happened. There's like some kids in the neighborhood that rode.
Okay.
And then I did it for a few years, and then it just kind of sat in the garage.
Okay.
And then when I was older, my bike broke.
Yeah.
And I just like took the unicycle out. I was like hiking a lot and mountain biking and
Okay.
doing all that stuff. And so I just took the unicycle out and sent it.
Nice.
And then a few months later, I ran into another guy that was at Dreamy Draw.
Okay.
And he invited me to the Arizona Mountain Unicycle Weekend.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that there was anybody else doing it.
Right.
And then met like 20 dudes that day.
Okay.
And then a month later went to Moab. And they
Okay.
had Moab Mountain Unicycle Weekend.
Okay.
And then I met like 50 or 100 unicyclists there.
Sure.
And it's just, that was 2015.
Okay.
And so
Almost
it's
10
just
years
been
ago.
almost every day since then.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And did you put the bike down? I mean, do you still have a bike that
Yeah,
you
oh,
ride?
yeah.
You occasionally go
Yeah.
out. You occasionally go out on two wheels.
It's in my like second bedroom right now in my apartment, so it's kind of stuffed in the back of the corner.
Gotcha.
But me and my girlfriend take the tandem bike out sometimes, and
Yep.
we'll just cruise around.
Very cool. Very cool. So talk about that experience going out. So I think I don't know if I'm alone in it or not, but I've met a few folks on unicycles over the years, but not a lot. There's obviously
Yeah.
very few of you. You met the guy. He brought you out to the Phoenix Unicycle Association group. What was that like? Was it just like eye opening and that wow, there's more than just me? Or
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I was on a 20-inch starter unicycle
Okay.
that I probably shouldn't have been on the mountains. in.
okay,
And everyone was on like bigger wheels, like 24, 27.5
Yeah.
brakes, and
Yeah.
I realized like the potential of the sport.
okay,
And then Moab, I did Porcupine Rim. On
Okay.
the 20-inch.
wow,
And this woman, Liz, she was there, and so she sent me a unicycle of her own.
no
just
way,
to get me started at a 24.
okay,
And since then, we've passed it on to a kid in California.
oh nice,
But yeah. And
nice,
so that's what really got me started. And then I bought another one after that.
okay.
Yeah.
So a beginner bike, is it usually smaller
Yeah.
wheel, so closer
People
to the
learn on
ground
a
type?
20 or 24.
Sure, yeah,
And without the knobby tire, too.
sure, yeah. I think most of us at least have the idea in our head of a unicycle. Probably from TV or something. Old school, not mountain, right? It's more of the riding around the streets or whatnot. So to see it with like the knobby tires is definitely different. And you said that's a 24 inch?
This is a 27.5.
Or it is 27. Okay,
Yeah,
it is bigger.
27.5 by 2.8.
Okay. Do people ride bigger ones, like 29s? Like,
Oh yeah,
like
the one I did McDowell Mountain Frenzy on was a 32.
Oh, no kidding.
With handlebars, yeah.
Yes, I was gonna ask because that one didn't have the handlebar on it.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing that one when you took off at the start. So the handlebar, obviously this one doesn't have it. What's the difference of riding with or without?
You can kind of rest on it and like push forward, and that's kind of how you get your momentum. Sometimes it helps.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That leads into a perfect question. So I guess the mechanics. Ride us through the mechanics of riding one, because probably most of us, I included, have not ridden a unicycle except for maybe once as a kid. You know, sort of that thing where like a friend had one or a friend's cousin had one.
Yeah.
But like, so how does the you're talking about like leaning forward to get the momentum?
Yeah, you're almost like kind of leaning forward, and then you have to catch the wheel up under you, and so you're like pushing forward on the saddle or on the handlebars.
Right.
And then pedaling through.
Okay.
And then on downhills, you can hit the brake and kind of lean back and sit in.
Gotcha. Okay, so your weight's kind of pushing back, but pushing forward, but behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Do they make them with? Is there anything like shocks, or are they all what we would call rigid on the two wheel bikes?
I know one guy, he made a shock seat.
Okay.
But it only works for like distance riding and stuff. It's mostly in your legs because the wheel's fixed and the cranks and everything.
Right.
So it's where you normally absorb like all the impact.
Gotcha.
Because there are guys that can do pretty big drops on them.
No kidding.
Like, yeah. There's a guy in Canada that can drop like 10, 12 feet.
No kidding.
Yeah. That's
crazy. What makes that rewarding? Like what when you saw that and you said your bike was broken, right? And you said you started riding it and it kind of was the way that you saw forward. What was it about it that made that realization for you?
It's just simple, low maintenance.
Okay.
I always have it in my car.
Okay.
I mean, almost every day after work I go out and ride it.
No kidding.
So it's just real convenient, like pretty much no maintenance.
Yeah.
I've only taken it to a bike shop one time because I like hit a big drop and messed up the rim.
Gotcha.
I just had to true the wheel.
Just like any other bike. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really it. It's just simple, fun.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, super like sketchy, but without going too fast.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yep.
You can do a lot.
Very nice.
Hit really technical trails.
Well, I've seen on your Instagram, your good follow, by the way. So anyone who's out there looking for a new good follow, he's got some good videos up there. Pretty much all videos, which is kind of cool because most everyone has a few pictures thrown in, but you're just like video after video. You seem to have a lot up in Sedona.
Yeah.
One of your favorite places to ride, or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's your favorite trail up there or series?
Probably Broken Arrow is a good trail.
Okay.
There's a lot of good like off-trail stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of steep like Red Rock stuff to ride.
Sure. Yeah.
What's
your type of trail? Like what do you like to do?
I like more technical trails.
Okay.
Like we do a lot of South Mountain for the group rides.
Yeah.
Like we'll do National, Mormon to 24th Street.
Okay.
There's a bunch of dudes that can do the waterfall feature up there on National.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I don't know, a lot of technical trails.
Gotcha. Are the group rides regular?
We were doing them every Sunday, but it's hard right now.
Got holidays and stuff and work.
Holidays.
Yep. Just for anyone else out there, group rides on Sunday we'll get you hooked up. So you were talking about the Arizona group that you were introduced to, and then you went to the Moab group and got introduced to more. I know I've seen some of the posts that you put up on Instagram and whatnot. There's quite a few groups out there.
Yeah.
And you are titled as like president. You do lead a couple of different
just the
unicycle.
Arizona Mountain Unicycle Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many members up to now?
It's kind of unofficial.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I mean, in Phoenix we have like maybe 10 people that ride.
Okay.
And then in Flagstaff there's another 3 or 4.
Gotcha.
And then in Tucson there's at least 1.
Okay. Do you see it growing a little bit? I mean, are more people trying it, or
It's hard in Phoenix because our trails are so rocky and technical, and other places like California and like the Midwest, like Minnesota and Wisconsin have really big clubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They do a lot of freestyle though.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Like flatland, like almost like figure skating on a unicycle.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it still a mountain unicycle versus?
No,
it is
like
more
slick tires.
Yeah.
They dress up and
no
it's like
kidding.
dancing. Oh yeah.
Very cool. Very different. Tell me more about the bike too. Or excuse me, I'm going to say bike, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
The unicycle.
Yeah.
Do you are they made by some of the regular
Yeah.
groups out there, pivots
Yeah,
or specialized?
No, this is Mad for One.
Okay.
The main brands are Unicycle. Unicycle.com makes Nimbus,
Okay.
and then Chris Holm Unicycles, and then this is Mad for One. They're a company out of Italy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
You can find them in shops. Are there bike shops around town, or do you have to mostly?
Sometimes they'll
Okay.
have them, but it'll just be like one or two.
Right.
These are all online. Madfor1.com and Unicycle.com
Okay.
are the big ones.
Are you able to somehow get a test ride before you purchase?
No, no, just come to the event.
Just come to the event and do it.
People let you try them.
Gotcha. So this is which one?
Mad for One.
This is Mad for One, and the other one that you had that you rode at
there's-
Frenzy.
That was a Unicycle.com Titan
Okay.
32-inch.
Nice, very
It's
nice.
like their generic brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Favorite between the two?
This one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's you said it was your everyday ride.
Yeah,
so
this is the only one I've bought brand new.
No
Every
kidding.
other one I've gotten on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or
Okay.
Craigslist.
Gotcha. Where do you find like are people buying them and then realize that's way
Yep.
not for me?
Exactly.
I thought it would be
Yep.
cool and it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
have over 10 now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just like all of the rest of us with
Yep.
like multiple bikes at home.
Yep.
Do you need a different bike for different terrain? Like
Yep.
if you know you're doing like say a gravel type race, which one would you pick out of your 10?
For like McDowell, I did the 32-inch.
Right.
The ones I pretty much ride are the 32-inch and this one.
Okay.
And then if I go to a skate park, there's a 20 or the 24. And then I have
Gotcha.
another 24 that my girlfriend's kind of learning on.
Okay. Nice. Have you been interested in doing any of that the bike skating?
No.
No,
No.
that's definitely not for
No,
you.
I only like the mountain stuff. I like being outside.
Okay. Tell me a little bit. Do you know a little bit about the history behind it, where mountain unicycling grew out of?
I know one of the starter guys was Chris Holm.
Okay.
He's like the big guy. He's in Canada, British Columbia.
Sure. I think I know the name.
Yeah, and he started his own unicycle brand.
Okay.
And he was one of the first guys making unicycles meant for mountain unicycling.
Gotcha.
In the beginning, people broke a lot of parts,
Sure.
damaged a lot of rims. The cranks were all square tapered,
Okay.
and now they're like I don't even know, a different
Just
type
different.
of taper. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Very nice.
Yeah.
They I presume it comes from a little bit of both, like a love of the mountain and a love of probably unicycle, like again the slick tire, more street ready unicycle. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I want to take this on that trail. Probably had a love of the mountain biking as well. So it was sort of like how do I figure out how to make both of them come together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a similar way to those that we see with the four-wheeled trikes and four-wheeled bikes out there too. It's like just want to get out there, got to figure out a way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. And I'm to see too that on your Instagram you've got quite a bit of accolades. You've placed some podiums.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about some of the races that you've done and placed at and what they were like.
The first nationals I went to for unicycle, it's NAUCC, North American Unicycle Competition and Convention.
Okay.
And the first one I went to was Seattle 2017.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool. It was out in North Bend.
Yeah.
And I got 7th, I think, that year in cross country. And then a couple other in downhill and uphill, but not top 10.
Okay.
And then Colorado was 2019.
Gotcha.
And I got 3rd in cross country. And then I got top 10 in downhill, but then they canceled the uphill because of heat.
Okay.
And then this last year I went to Minnesota, and I got 3rd in cross country, 2nd in downhill, and 2nd in uphill.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're also good at it.
Oh yeah. I'm ready.
That's-
Worlds is in Minnesota this year in July,
Okay.
so I'm excited.
Are you
Yeah.
heading up for that one?
Yeah, it'll be the first time it's been in North America in I think over 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was canceled a few years because of COVID and France.
Like everything
yeah,
else,
it was
right?
in France.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
it was strict.
How many people show up to these nationals?
Nationals is a couple hundred.
Yeah.
And then Worlds should be over 1,000.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very nice. In the U.S., where do you see like the population being? Like, where are people? Where are the most, I guess, unicyclists coming in from who go to nationals?
For this one, it'll be a lot of North American people.
Okay.
Just because it hasn't been here for so long.
Gotcha.
There's a good group in Canada. They'll probably have a lot of people coming.
Yep.
But because it's in Minnesota, the people in Minnesota will probably have a lot.
The most. Yeah.
Yeah, they have 2 really good groups. It's the Twin City Unicycle Club, and then
Okay.
Wisconsin has a really good one too.
Okay. Nice. Um, what are the classes like there? Do you have different? You mentioned downhill, uphill, and
Yeah.
cross country. So are there other categories that they do races or competitions in?
Oh yeah, yeah. For nationals and worlds, they have street,
Okay.
trials, road racing. They have track racing.
Oh wow.
They have everything.
So it's pretty much like anything you can do on
Yep.
a unicycle all at in one
Yeah.
spot. So whether you're a mountain or prefer
Mhm.
the road, slick tire. Do people cross over? Do people
Oh,
compete
yeah.
in both?
Definitely.
Yeah. Probably easier too than some other cycle categories where if you're a true road cyclist, you're
Mhm.
probably sticking more to the road
Yeah.
versus your true downhill or enduro
Mhm.
type mountain biker, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. What was where have your favorite places been? Like you just mentioned Sedona, but where else do you like to go to?
Moab.
Okay.
Yeah,
You go up
Moab's
there a
the
lot?
best. Yeah. Every March they try and have a unicycle weekend up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Last year the high was 40 the whole time, and it was snowing, and we were
Oh,
staying
wow.
in the car, so it was like pretty brutal.
Yep. Where else? You did Moab.
We do Moab a lot,
Okay.
Sedona.
Yep.
We do Flagstaff, Prescott.
Okay.
I try and get out there. Mondays and Tuesdays are normally my days off.
Okay.
So we'll
That's
just head up north.
Nice.
At least once a month, sometimes like 2 or 3 times a month.
That's cool. No,
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. So never California, never anything else out of the
We've
outside
done a
of.
few California. They did San Diego Mountain Unicycle Weekend,
Okay.
LA Mountain Unicycle Weekend. Last year it was in Tahoe,
Okay.
so that was a little hard. They do it in September, so it was cold.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. So these other ones, is that just like a smaller group, the
Yeah.
unicycle weekends versus like the national championships? Is it competition or is it more
No,
like a friendly
they're
gathering?
non-competitive
Yeah.
meetups. It's
Okay.
just to get everybody together.
Yeah.
It's a real niche sport.
Sure.
So we might get, like, for Arizona Mountain Unicycle Weekend, we'll probably have like 25 people this year, maybe 30.
Okay.
And then California, they'll get like 30 or 40.
Gotcha.
And then last year, Moab, we had almost 50, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a definite destination for a lot of you guys out there.
Yeah.
So you said you do have you've got a tandem bike.
Yep.
And do you have you just said you still have a regular 2-wheel mountain bike
Yep.
too that you don't ride a whole lot of though.
Not very often.
Just doesn't do it
It's
for
in the
you.
back of the room.
Yep.
I can't even get to it right now.
But you and your girlfriend like to ride the other one. You'll
Yeah.
go out on the street and stuff like that,
Oh, yeah.
and take that out for cruises. That's pretty cool too. So not just straight to the uni.
Yeah. We'll take it off road too sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Over on the Phoenix Mountain area, like
Okay.
Central Thunderbird,
Yeah.
where it's smooth.
Yep.
It's fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You did. We saw you. Were you at the Tonto November
Yep.
race too? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd seen you twice recently at races. And you mentioned to me just before we got started that you're thinking about Prickly Pedal
Yep.
in January, which is one of our races as well. What else is on the calendar for you in 2024?
Moab, I think, in
Okay.
March.
Yep.
And then Worlds is in July.
Right.
July 14th through the 26th.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I gotta make sure I have the time off for that.
Gotcha.
And then I'll do races on the weekends. It's
Okay.
hard with work.
Yeah.
So I'll just, I don't know, have an open weekend, sign up for a race
Gotcha.
last minute, and
That's
do it.
right. You just said Monday and Tuesday is your
Yep.
day off, right? So
Yeah.
unfortunately, not a lot of races
Yeah.
on Mondays.
I'll
We'll
make it
I'll
work.
have to
Yeah.
talk to some of my fellow directors and see if we can put together a couple of Monday races for our
Yeah.
weekend warriors who still have to work all
Yeah,
weekend.
I just move it around. I make it work.
Okay, that's cool.
My job's cool.
Yeah,
They're flexible with me.
nice. What do you do? When you're
I
not?
work for a dispensary, TrueMed,
Okay.
Drip Oils.
Okay,
Yeah, we're located at 40th Street in McDowell.
okay.
Yeah.
You been there long?
5 years, yeah.
Nice.
It's a great company.
Yeah,
I love it, yeah.
5 years is about the amount of time that they've been doing it here in Arizona, right?
No,
Roughly.
maybe rec, but medical has been 10.
It's been
Yeah.
10. Okay. And you like it though? You said it's
yeah.
it's a good.
I love it, yeah. It's the
Very-
best company in the state.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Hey.
we grow the best products.
All
Our
right.
lab is the best. They make the best concentrates.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's
Good
a good
stuff.
company.
Very cool. So, Worlds was Minnesota.
Yep.
Nationals in March, and then
Moab in March.
Moab in
Yeah,
March.
yeah,
Sorry. I got the M, I guess,
No,
going
you're
there.
good.
And then races when you can fit them in. What other races do you like to do? I mean, I've seen you at a few of ours.
Foot races. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Talk about your foot racing. What?
I've done McDowell.
Okay.
Every year.
Yep.
We've done a few 5Ks.
Okay. More to the road, or do you like trail?
I did a road one with my girlfriend. That's
Okay.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, the Aravaipa races.
Yeah.
I want to try and do something bigger this year, though.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
we'll see.
okay.
I got to get the foot situation figured out. I don't know. I get really bad blisters. It really messes up my feet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
After the 10 mile, I had 2 blood blisters on each toe.
Oh no.
And then blisters all over my feet. It
Oh
really
geez.
messed me up.
Yeah, they can definitely put a pinch in your day. We'll have to. We can talk. We can talk offline. I can give you a few hints if that helps too. But no other races going on. Have you done any of the other races in Arizona? Epic, MBAA. Like what's
I did MBA. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did Prescott one, Mingus Mountain
Okay.
Enduro.
Yeah.
It was fun.
How does that go? It went well.
Yeah, it was fun.
Does enduro do? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be any different than on a two-wheeled, right? It's. I mean, obviously it's the same style. You just go out there and get to it.
Downhill, right to the next spot. Downhill, the next one.
Yeah.
It was good.
Very good.
Yeah. Our aid stations weren't as good as your guys'.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. I'll take the compliment. Yeah, we try to do. I mean, definitely an aid station. Our aid stations are some of the things that we get comments about all the time.
Yeah.
So I will take it. It's definitely a good thing. Patty does a good job setting those up.
Quesadillas, yeah.
Hits the spot right after a few miles out there. Very cool. So yeah, we'll get you some feet repair so we can get you out on some more road races, or some more foot races rather. We'll get you out there as soon as we can talk about some other races coming up and do some of that as well. And anything else on the calendar? Nothing past Worlds right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sporadic.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't like to plan ahead.
Procrastinator, yeah.
Hey, everybody's at their own, right? If it works for you.
Even McDowell, I knew I was going to do it. I do it every year, and I signed up, I think, the day before cutoff.
There you go.
Tonto,
that happens. That's quite all right. We love having you out there. What else can we tell the world? What can we do to grow this niche sport? How can we get more people out on it?
Follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
Share it, like it, comment on it.
Yeah.
Get a unicycle, come out.
Do they? So you said you got a chance to ride at places. Is it really pretty much these groups, the weekend groups like California said, the Arizona group?
Yeah. Do
they ever come out to like how say like Pivot would go to a bike shop and do like a trial ride on a Saturday or something like that? Is it too niche to get a unicycle company out to trial at just say bike shop down the street and get people to try it out?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say they're unsupportive,
right?
But they.
No, I mean I can see it, right? I mean, if there's not that many people, for a company looking at it from the company's eyes, like they have to have a return on it, right? They want to, if they're going to send a bunch of bikes out or a bunch of unicycles out, a couple of reps to be able to explain it to somebody to come in, and that 1 in 20 might actually be interested in actually taking it out for a ride, right? Yeah. So it would be kind of hard. So I was just trying to figure out how we could tell the audience. How they can get their hands on one just to try it out. If they want to
ride one, I have a bunch of them. I'll let them try.
So if you're local, hit
yeah.
Ken up. He'll take you out there. That might be the best way at least. And if you're not local, you'll have to drive into Phoenix, and then we'll figure it out that way. So grow the sport. Follow Ken. Like his videos. I know you've got some other links on your Instagram to some other unicycle specific organizations as well. So it's again ways that people can look up and find more information about it if they want to give it a try.
Unicycle.com.
Okay.
The International Unicycle. I don't even know what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. If they Google groups, it, they can probably find a lot of different groups if they're interested in it. Are there any that are specific mountain only, or is it's all kind of encompassing?
Yeah, it's all one group.
Gotcha.
It's kind of niche. I don't know. They have a meeting at Nationals, and I don't really go. I just like to ride.
You just want to ride. Hey, that's awesome too. Again, to each his own. Not everybody needs to be in the administrative part of the sport. They just want to go out there and get their tires dirty and ride over some stuff. I want to thank you for coming in. This has been really, really cool. Definitely a different part of the sport. And if it's all right, can I say hit up Ken and try a bike if you're close by? I don't want to send people to
message me on
send randos
Instagram,
to your house.
At Unicycle Ken.
Unicycle Ken on Instagram. He'll hook you up with a bike or take you out in the neighborhood at least and see if you like it. And maybe we can get one more person in the sport that way.
Yeah, we have a few in Phoenix. We got some good riders.
Do you?
Yeah,
I know I've seen a few people
at.
I frequent South Mountain. It's close to home for me. Okay. And I know I've seen you and I've seen a couple others there. Again, sporadically. You just got to catch people on the right day, but it's pretty different that first time. I think one years ago, I don't know if it was you or somebody else that I saw the very first, but if you're stopped and you're just kind of staying in there, maybe taking a quick break, grabbing some water, whatnot. You kind of see a bit of the bike, the unicycle. You see a bit of the tire, so you don't really think much of it. And then you go on riding by, and you're like, wait. He didn't have where's the other half of that?
Oh yeah, the comments I get
I'm
out
sure.
on the trailer.
Yeah, pretty good.
Funny.
I'll bet. So yeah, if you're interested in checking out a unicycle, street or mountain, Ken's your man. Instagram him, and he will reach back out. We'll get a few more people to check out
and
the
I'll
sport.
be at Prickly Pedal too.
You will be at Prickly Pedal?
Yeah.
Very good.
I'll
Awesome.
have a couple unicycles with me.
There you go. Bring them out. Come out. We'll do an informal demo at
Yeah.
Prickly Pedal. How about that? And we can do something at the the after party at the finish line, and people can check it out. We'll have that whole parking lot blocked off, so we'll have space that people can do it. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll even throw that out there if you want to do something. We'll throw it out as like a semi-official part of the event, and people can come demo a unicycle.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Forgot a little extra out of this podcast too. Very cool. Again, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It was
This
great.
is a cool place.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Great
nice
to sit down and actually talk to you. Like I said, we've chatted high in there at races, but to get to know you a little bit better. We'll see you at Prickly Pedal in about a month. Yep. And if you see Ken out on the trails, make sure you give him a high five. He's leading a sport that there's not a lot of people in, right? He's doing a pretty good job of it. I know his like I said, his socials got quite a few followers who are checking him out and looking in at the sport. So again, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next month at Prickly Pedal.
I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming into checking out another episode here of the Aravaipa Rides podcast. As we were just talking, Prickly Pedal's our next race. It's January 20th. 2024, so just about a month away. We do group rides every Monday at Pima Canyon Trailhead at South Mountain, so come out and join those two. Pretty much rain or shine. It takes a lot for us to not show up Monday. They're 6:30 p.m. and everybody's welcome, all ages, all skill levels. So come check us out. Come check us out at the Prickly Pedal. Ken will be there. I'll be there. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. Thanks. We'll see you.